I secured one of my very first major campaigns purely off of the back of an experimental personal project that I shot in collaboration with my sister Jocasta, who is a digital illustrator. I've talked briefly before about the importance of doing personal projects. Now, that's the work that you love doing, the work that shows people who you are, why you should do them on a regular basis, and how they can in fact get you more paid work than you think. But have I actually shown you exactly where one of those projects had taken me? I don't think so. So today I want to take you behind the process and behind the creation of one of my favourite commissions still to this day, the rebrand of Nicholson Gin. This video also shows you exactly how I implement a narrative into my imagery and the importance of having that story to really drive the power behind your visuals. I don't believe in just creating a pretty image for the sake of a pretty image. Everything's got to have a story. It's got to mean something, because at the end of the day, imagery is visual communication to people. You know, it's art in whatever form you want to look at it.
I think for me, drawing started as soon as I was old enough to hold a pencil to know what it did. There was a point where me and my sister Jodie decided to have an experiment, come together and see how our skills could amalgamate.
We've obviously loved following what each other have been doing. You know, I do the photography, she does what she does on the computer, and I think it came to a point where we thought, hang on a minute, is there not something we can do here? Can we not work on something together? And one thing that we always remember fondly from our childhood is seeing imagery from the 1920s fashion illustrator Erte.
There would be little hints of this person all around our houses, and for some reason we just took a real liking to it. We loved the style and we loved the use of colour and pose. The sort of grandeur and opulence and just extravagance of the whole thing. If Erte was alive today, what would he be creating? What would he be designing? And who would he be designing for? So we had the idea for me to photograph a model that kind of emulates everything that Erte's work was about and what it kind of conveyed. And my sister would digitally illustrate the fashion onto the models, and we thought that's a great way to show a really interesting mixed media project. All of my work is inspired by history, and that's what I'm really interested in, same with my sister. What we loved about the Nicholson brief is that they're coming from the same sort of background. They are steeped in history and there's a big story there. Working with a gin company I thought was perfect for that particular style, because the Roaring Twenties, with that came a surge in, you know, parties and cocktails, and there was lots of alcohol involved.
They want to take, you know, what's made them and bring it to the present day, which is exactly what we were trying to do with Erte. We were taking something that was done a long time ago that really worked and just bringing it forward for everyone to look at now.
More along the lines of how can we make this look a little bit more like a piece of art than just a photograph.
You've got to tell a story. You've got to make the person who's looking at your work feel something. The teams that I work with, they understand fully what it is I'm trying to create, because it's not just, let's just photograph a pretty model in a nice dress on a hill. You know, it means something so much more, and everyone can really get into it and really invest in the story. I hope you found that video interesting and it gave you a little bit more of an insight into how I approach my work, particularly from the side of client projects as opposed to my own personal projects. If there's anything else that you'd love to see from me, please do just let me know in the comments. And as always, if you like this video, please subscribe. It really helps me out and it helps me to continue to do more and hopefully better videos.